Hi Aries, it's just with your May 20th, 2019 reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So Aries, this week looks like one of endings and new beginnings, and it seems like your endings seems to be a bit of a challenge. Moving on in a way that doesn't cause chaos or problems or issues, being able to win over people or get things done without drama may be a bit of a challenge for you this week. Some of you don't want to wait any longer. You're not waiting around for just the right time for everything to feel right. Something has to end. And I feel like some of you are moving is what I get very strongly. So congratulations if you found your home, if you found your place. I see a huge end to the way things were, to a family dynamic for some of you. Mother, father could be a bit of an issue. You may be at a crossroads as to how to handle parents' health. There may be an issue with health. And some of you, if you're taking care of parents, family members, you may feel overwhelmed by the responsibility that is placed upon you. Excuse me, if it's not mother, father, it could be a male or female. Again, that depends on you quite a bit. And so some of you are looking at a change overall. Some of you may be looking to have people now carry their own weight, or to help you out in some way is what it looks like. I feel that if you're unhappy in some area of your life where it involves a collective more than just yourself, and you may feel like others are not participating or things are not going your way due to others, express how you feel. Let people know. Sometimes being quiet or not saying anything, or being combative when really what you want to say is what's heavy on your mind, can, remedy the problem without any conflict. No longer waiting though, or no longer waiting and letting a situation go. Moving forward with things that you can will bring the answers and give you the results. So there is a blessing in those things this week. I do see not making plans or deciding not to move forward in something does bring anxiety to either you or another person. It's not going to make it go away. It'll just make you worry more and more and more. You will have someone that'll be there to help you through, or you may experience this external to you. So there could be someone in your life that you decide not to be friends with. You don't move forward with them in some kind of way, and they may be at a point of worry, because I get 3 individuals, okay? 2 people that are kind of not in the best place, and another person, neither all 3 people, neither person is in the best place. But it's like having to get on the other side of this situation before you can have happiness, before you can be stable again, before everything can work out. For those of you, you're leaving next week feeling strong. I feel like if you're moving, there's a lot of little pieces to the puzzle that needs to be taken care of. But as you get further and further to the end of the week, you get stronger, you feel better. There could be some good news that's coming your way. So if you're waiting for that approval, for that yes answer, it looks like as we get, again, closer to the end of the week, going into the next week, there is a yes answer that's coming toward you. And for those of you who have felt as though you didn't have anyone there for you, there wasn't anyone willing to help you out, or you felt like you were all on your own, you'll see how much help that you have from others, 100%. So take some time to enjoy that help. And again, like I said, talking to people, expressing truly deep down how you feel helps people understand what you need and be willing to do that for you. But congratulations for those of you who are out there about to get a new home. It looks really good. And overall, I do feel like whatever this change is about to be, you're happy for it. Okay. If there's any losses that's happened in anyone's life, my condolences. But it is going to be like, if there's babies being born, it's kind of like a tribe that has to come together to raise these 2 children. They can be quite rambunctious, but they're just really happy kids that like to bring out happiness in other people is what it looks like. Now, when it comes to your finances, I would say be conservative. It's not like finances are all throughout your cards here, but you guys are doing well. Again, it could be a leaving of a job situation, trying to move on to a place that's a little bit more stable. Some of you may be feeling like things are now going your way in career sector. And where you're going, it's more of an uptick at this time. So you're feeling pretty stable. People around you, though, may be a bit problematic. And because of their issues, you may feel a bit overwhelmed. But again, do what you can and be okay with letting the rest of it kind of go. Let other people deal with their issues, be there for them as much as you can, but, don't allow it to overcome you. And it doesn't look like it's going to be the case for some of you. Aries women, you may be have a little bit of anxiety. Again, this could be a woman in your life. Someone could be sick is what I look like. I feel it to look like is what it looks like. Someone could be ill and worried, more worried than anything over the situation. Someone could have gotten bad news. But again, if there's some bad news with whatever circumstance that someone's going through and they're worrying, someone's going to be there for them. And you may be able to work the situation out down the line. So try not to worry so much. Especially if you haven't gotten complete word about a situation. Some of you, again, it could be job, it could be anything that you find is a bit concerning and you're worried about it. Do the steps possible and necessary to get the concrete information that you're looking for before you kind of drive yourself crazy for some of you. Now, when it comes to love, it looks like the challenge for some of you in the love department is getting on the other side of a situation. Some of you could be moving or someone's moving away from you, which could have created a lot of drama issues. Someone doesn't necessarily want the other person to leave or doesn't necessarily want this change, but change is upon. It has to happen. And I feel like Aries are moving forward. Some of you, like I said, could be actually moving. And it's like family, the whole family is moving. So it's like a whole to-do to get this kind of taken care of. And it may be a couple of people, again, that's against this move. Could be your parents. It could be the other person's parents. Someone could be against it and you're at a crossroads because you're trying to please everyone. You're trying to make it all fit and it's not necessarily doing that. I feel like a relationship that perhaps has been trying to end for quite some time, someone's having an opportunity to move into something that's more committed, okay? And no longer waiting around for past relationships to perhaps be what you want them to be. But then some of you are turning back into your way of here, there, everywhere. I feel makes you realize that there may not be anything left for you in your past. So if some of you are running back to someone familiar to you, you may realize that this person is not waiting for you, that they're long gone. They may not be emotionally long gone, but they've completely made a decision to move on, okay? And some of you may realize that you love this person now that they're gone, vice versa. Someone can realize that the other person loves them now that they're gone. And I see that, now that there's not an option in that direction, there will be some form of stress, worry, and anxiety that comes along with it. And a huge understanding of just how much you love this person, just how deeply your love goes. In the past, there may have been, as you felt like, yeah, I like him, or yeah, I have feelings for him. Yeah, but, it's changed over time. And what you really wanted deep down inside was marriage and all of those traditional things with this person. But the love is not being expressed. And there's a lot of stress and anxiety that stands in between the two of you. Someone could have come in between this reunion, and now some of you are left in the middle of a situation. You may be privy that this relationship, like the outside relationship, may not be that great, between the two of them, and you may stand in the middle. You could have some of you could have caused a breakup in a relationship. Vice versa could have been caused in your marriage, in your relationship, and you're at a crossroads. Someone's at a crossroads, not knowing if they're completely ready to be done with the situation or not. I don't feel like much effort is being put into this particular relationship, or has been. As we get closer into the end of the week, there's going to be an opportunity for change in that direction, especially if you guys are in a committed relationship with an Aries, or you Aries, you're in a more committed relationship. There's an opportunity to kind of make some changes here. We'll look at it extended and see the actions toward you or the other person. How's that going to resolve your issue? Now, for those of you who are single, it looks like you're reminiscing from someone in your past. I do feel like a lot of you now want to be married. You want to be in a very traditional, committed relationship. But again, you may still have some undealt with issues, if that makes any sense. You may have issues from your past when you were little. So it could be your mother-father issues. And that may make it difficult for you to see relationships in its positive, whole, entire way. So there's some work that some of you need to do, and that's why you may find yourself in and out of relationships quickly, because you don't want to get too involved, because you're trying to avoid hurt and pain. But you do realize that you find yourself going back to things that if the nurturing, if the love, if the devotion was put in it, then it would have grown into something really great. I feel like a lot of you that are single, you're learning yourself now, albeit a bit of a challenge here. You may feel like you're at your lowest point. For some of you, like things are not going 100% your way as far as a move or getting things done or getting away from a hurt or pain or past situation. And because of it, some of you are still in your feelings, or you're still combative. Okay. Even though deep down you really do want a love and happiness and family and kids, you want that whole shebang. And you may be feeling like, yeah, when I go out and I meet somebody, the right person, I'm going to give them A, B, and C. But really, there's a lot more that you have to work on in order to 100% be able to get there fully. It's a great idea and a great feeling to have, but you have to kind of implement that. I feel that some of you are going to realize that you haven't wrapped up a relationship, you single Aries, from your past. And that may be an aim or desire for you. Just understand that if you do charge ahead and go after someone who you realize now is not available, it is for your best interest. It is for your benefit, because again, it is something about the realization of love this week that I feel will put you on a path where you need to be, for all of you Aries. So it's realizing the love that you have for someone who is in your life, them you, and you're committed. So this will be one of those weeks that there's a reinforcement of the love that you share with your lover. For others of you, if there's a love that is lost or you feel are slipping away, the realization of how much you love that person. And because of that, some of you may be, you may be delaying the inevitable end with this person, and kind of taking what you can with them. But again, for some of you, it just may take time for you to really understand, of how much you're settling, if that makes any sense. The strong decisions that you're going to have to make in order to get that love that you so want. For those of you who are allowing that in and out, back and forth, like I said, you could be in between two people type of a thing. And for those of you who are single, I feel like you're really understanding 100% that there may have been someone from your past that made a mark. And you may feel like you need to go back, if for nothing else, closure. But for nothing else, even if you don't get the closure, I feel like you guys are really starting to understand love, your heart, and what truly deep down inside you want. You just have to ask yourself, am I truly ready? And is there any work that needs to be done in order to get there? So that's what I have for you guys. I hope that this has been helpful. If you would like to look at the extended, please do so in the comment section below. Otherwise, I would love to hear from you guys. If you would like to share in the comment section below, that would be great. If you would like something personal with me, I can be reached in the beginning and into this video. Yes, this may be one of those mellow readings this week. But I could be reaching the beginning and into this video, as well as the description box below. And if you are new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Aries.